What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Yasuo from JoJo Leon, JoJo Part 8. This is a Patreon request from Simon. Haven't drawn JoJo in ages. Let's try this. I found this cool illustration of this character. Haven't been keeping up with the manga at all. Let's try draw this. So, landscape page, pencil eraser, hit pause if I go too fast. So, we have a female head in three-quarter pose. Three-quarter pose means you have a small side of the face and a large side of the face, right? Head slightly turned away, bit of perspective. Let's try. So I'm going to start with her large eye, right? You could start anywhere, really. But I'm going to start with the large eye because I think it's easiest. Center point of my page is about here. We're going to come up and along, just higher than the sort of halfway line of my page here is roughly where I'm starting. So we'll go diagonal there. And then this will go across. It seems to just go down. It goes underneath hair, right? But we'll draw the whole thing. And then this comes back down and under. Very realistic eye shape in JoJo. Well, a bit larger than normal, but tear ducts there, like so. So we gotta add eyelashes, right? So you gotta like make this really thick, this line. JoJo tends to do very thick eyelashes and stuff. I can't see the back of it, but I'm going to assume it does something similar back here and get pretty thick along the bottom as well. Right? And then we're going to go eyelashes. Quite large in JoJo. Goes under hair here, so we don't have to worry about this so much. But good practice to kind of just draw them in anyway. And then down. Okay. And then her iris. So she's kind of looking back and to the left, right? So we have this big iris here. Like so. And then we have pupil somewhere in the middle. Right, and then we got some highlights in the eye. JoJo tends to do one or two of these, sometimes even three. Big sparkly eyes. Then we have an eyelid line. Goes that way. And they do some lines underneath there. Can't see much of the eyebrow, like a little bit. Just here, goes underneath her hair. So the other eye's behind the nose, right? And the nose just sort of curves itself. And she's got band-aids on her head. So we'll go plasters. Curving line out here. It's kind of like the eyebrow being there somewhere. Distance-wise, you're nearly an eye. It's like, maybe like the white of her eye, not including the tear duct. Will bring you over roughly about how far you need to go to get to that nose. And then that sort of nose of hers curves around this way. And then we have a nostril in here. And then the skin at the back goes that way. Now, in JoJo, depends on what way you like to do the noses. But we'll just do maybe some hatching just here, just to make it look like there's a little shadow on that. You could go full manga style and like add more there if you want. And she has a band-aid on her nose, so it'll go sort of just curve around her nose here, and then it'll go down. Around here, just underneath her eye, and then back up to the bridge of her nose and around. We have a line going that way, and like little dots. Like an edge to it or something, like so. And that's her nose basically. So then she has another band-aid, right, that comes out from behind her eye, right? So her eye will go here, sort of lower down, curving around here, right? And then big eyelashes. Sticking out like so. Okay, that's like her eyelash line. And then she has an eyelid line just on top there. Goes around her eye, and then her forehead goes out and goes underneath her hair. So her eyeball then, just here, and then her bottom eyelid is around to all these eyelashes then again. Like that. And then she's looking back into the left, so her iris and pupil, just this circle in the corner close to the nose, right? You can just see this much sort of drawn in here. And then the pupil in the middle. Let's say around here maybe. And then those highlights that JoJo characters like to, or JoJo style likes to have. So that's eyes in 3/4, and she has another band-aid here, and there's hair that comes across it, but we'll draw the whole band-aid first, and we'll put the hair across it afterwards. And we got those dots like so. Okay, and right, her lips, right, her mouth and her lips and the side of her face. So her face, her hair kind of comes across her face, but we'll go down just below here, and we'll do this little V underneath right here, right? So that's like the middle of her mouth, middle of her top lip, and then this will go back down this way, and it curves around the front. So then the rest of that top lip sort of go up here, down the back of her mouth to a sort of a dimple sort of area here. And just by the image, it's like underneath her tear duct is where you want to stop that. Right, so then her bottom lip and her mouth is kind of open actually, so we can see some teeth, right? So we can see like a little bit of her teeth sort of like the inside of her mouth, bit of a shadow maybe. Just in here. And then her bottom lip is quite big, big JoJo lips. Really big. Curving around there. It goes up the corner of her mouth. Now, no teeth line drawn in, but where would it be? Maybe like that. And then in JoJo, you know, there's always this kind of shadow underneath the bottom lip. Sometimes anyway. So then her chin down here, very fine feminine features, so it's very round. It's not pointy or anything. And then her cheek goes in, curves back out, and around and up to her eye, right? So like her eye here, and then her cheek. It goes underneath hair, but I'll draw it in just so we are kind of consistent with what we're doing. And then goes into her eye, and then out for the forehead that way. And then her hair comes in over there. I think she has more lines on her face, but is that a plaster? Another one? Another band-aid in there? Not sure. So the jaw then on this side goes underneath her hair, curves slightly that way. So now the task of drawing her hair, okay? So, oh, and I forgot some of her eyebrow. Goes underneath her hair on that side. What is there? Oh, no, that's, let's say here maybe. Sorry, that's probably a hairline. Yeah, she's hair that comes across here. That's what I was looking at. And then her hair that comes across her face here. So this is her eyebrow here. And then she has like a flowing piece of hair that comes across here. We'll just go up the forehead line that way first. And then her fringe. Right. So then her hair, very sort of flowing, sort of coming down this way. And the outside of that. So we've got this fringe thing, and then the outside here, this is the one that comes across this plaster. So we're going to raise anything we can't see really. Goes back up. Texture lines. So real long, fine hair. Textures on all these, just following the shape. And that goes long in front of her shoulder, and then it goes long back this way. So we'll go across here. Right across her eye. Down that way. And then it'll go here. And then down this way. So we'll just get the main ones in. The main shape, and then we'll add the textures to it, right? She has all these beads sort of tying her hair together as well. So say like, there's 3 main ones. There, and then this one goes that way. So there'll be a bead here tying that on. 2 more on that side as well. So let's see this one. So they're always the nicest portraits in manga, I think. Well, apart from maybe Vagabond and stuff like that. But and then there's another bead here. Another one in behind then. But we'll just get the main sort of shapes in then here. And so all this curling, wavy hair. So this goes over. Down that way. And the back of her head comes up here. So hair goes along, so there's another sort of black bead here, and then the hair will just go along off the page, basically, down that way. And another one sort of going along that way. And then over her shoulder here. So we'll just do, I'll do the top of her head, right? So we'll go. There's like these parts and stuff, maybe. Can't see it, but. All texture there. So I imagine the back of her head. Go up around here somewhere. Right, roughly there, and then there'll be all these texture lines just following all this. So loads of texture. You could do as much texture as you want. They do less in anime shows compared to manga. And so her neck and shoulder, so say like her neck, so it seems to like come out from just here, right? And we'll put a little shadow in here. And this goes behind, so her hair sort of flows over her shoulder, and all you can see for the shoulder is this little bump there, right? And then her hair sort of flows down this way, right and around here as well. So then there's another hairline in here. And then our clothing, this blue, just top here. There's a bit of a neck muscle line or something in there. And then more texture on all these. And so hair sort of texture inside here, and then we'll go another black bead here and another one right beside it, and then the rest of her hair, so it just sort of flows down that way. And then there's another section inside here. hair inside, texture lines and stuff all in there. Okay, basically all long pink purple hair in there, and then texture it up. And there's another band-aid plaster on her. We call them plasters in Ireland, I know. You call them band-aids in other parts of the world. And then we have those JoJo lines on the face. I think there could be another one on her cheek here, but I'm not quite sure. It's not visible. I'm not sure. Maybe you know better than me. If there's another one in here, like underneath this part of her hair on her cheek, I'll leave it because I'm not confident about that. But there you go, Simon. Thanks for the request on Patreon. Yashua from part 8. Yashuo from part 8. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.